Mabuhay Passion fans! Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Hey Adam G, your online Queenspirational talk show. Guys, for today's content, I am giving you out an exclusive access for this wonderful interview that I'll be doing in a little while with my guest. You know, she's turning out to be one of the most exciting contestants for the upcoming Miss Universe pageant to be held in New Orleans, Louisiana next January. And since her crowning moment in Los Olivos Beach Resort in Tenerife, Filipino pageant fans could not get enough of her. And would you believe she's now here in Manila? So 3 weeks after her crowning moment, I'm actually sitting down with her for an interview face to face. Can't you believe that, guys? I just love my life. So here she is. Please say hello to Miss Universe Spain 2022, Alicia Faubel.
Hi, hello. Thank you so much for having me. Mambuhay Philippines. I'm so happy to finally be back here.
Oh my God, I can't believe my love.
I'm so happy to finally I feel like I'm finally back home. Philippines has been second home for me. So,
Oo nga eh. Since your crowning moment, I did not realize your Filipino connection until all the pageant fans started messaging me that, hey, she studied here. So,
hindi, parang maraming chismes and rumor, pero not a lot of people know the real story, di ba?
Yeah.
Parang maraming tao, half Pinay ka, merong Filipino blood, wala.
oh my gosh.
Wala. Pero yung puso ko,
Guys,
Pinay.
if you'll just be given the opportunity to, see her in person, she kind of reminds me of so many Hollywood actresses. Parang may pagka-Mila Kunis,
wow.
and then Demi Lainel Peters, I don't know. Tapos may pagka, lalo na if you see her without makeup, she kind of looks like our commercial model, Amanda Griffin. So super commercial talaga ang beauty. So,
salamat.
how have you been since your crowning moment last September?
Since my crowning moment, literally, I've been non-stop. The word
Non-stop.
is non-stop. Because after the crowning moment in Los Olivos, as you said, I was actually going to New York because I had Fashion Week. So,
Yeah, I saw.
I've been doing modeling from before pageants, right? So, I got signed 3 weeks before the pageant to do Fashion Week for some Colombian designer. And then I was like, okay, regardless if I win or I don't win, I'm gonna go to New York. And then when I won, I was like, wait, I'm given the chance not to do only Fashion Week as a model, but like the actual representative of Miss Universe Spain. So it was like I had the chance to go to the offices. I did New York Fashion Week, and it all just when everything goes well together. And I went to New York. After that, I went to Dubai. I'm from Dubai, I came here.
So, literally,
So it's
you've
been 3
living-
weeks of non-stop. But I'm very happy. I love it.
Nice, wow. You're on a roll. You've been literally, katulad nga how the song goes, living on a jet plane. So, grabe. So, alam mo ako, the first time I got to notice you was when the Miss Universe Spain organization uploaded all your glam
Interview.
shots.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, the first time I got to really notice you was during my interview with Paula Ortega, who turned out to be your roommate.
my roommate.
Tapos sabi ko, as I was interviewing her live, I was scrolling all her, her rivals for the pods. Look, si Comunidad Verdad, ang ganda niya. Pero sabi ko sa kanya, wala, bahala ka na sa kanya. So that's the first impression I got from you as soon as I saw your photo.
I was so happy. You cannot understand how happy I was to know that my roommate was half Pinay. Actually, my best friend JC was like, alam mo, merong half Pinay sa competition. And I told him, I wish she's my roommate. And when I arrived and I saw she was my roommate, first thing I did, I called my best friend. I was like, JC, alam mo, she's my roommate. Dream come true. And I was so happy. I had Lydia and Paula. 3 of us. We were on one room. And the bond was just
Amazing.
amazing.
But to be honest, did you expect out of all the 14 contestants, you would eventually win the Miss Universe title? Or did you have an inkling that you really had a strong chance to win the title?
Of course, if I'm entering the pageant, it's with the intentions of winning. I don't put in my head that I'm gonna lose.
Yes.
I'm this type of person that if I do something, I go with everything and I go out with everything. And like if I did it, it's because 100% I was like, yeah, I'm gonna win and I will not stop until I win. This is the mindset. Like the mindset is like, don't give your chance even the thought of thinking failure, like you're gonna fail. No, like the mentality is you go in there, you win, you leave. There's no plan B, C. No, the plan A is to win, and you go there and you enter to win. If you think you're gonna lose, then don't even enter. I mean, this is the mentality you need to have, but on the same time, you need to be realistic. And in the back of your head, be aware of like, okay, there's a chance I'm not gonna win. But don't enter with the mentality of no. No, the mentality is yes, I'm gonna win, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best.
Wow, great mindset. Considering,
Of course.
is this your first
My
ever
first pageant ever.
Wow, ang galing
Ever.
for girls like you who will be joining their pageants the first time. Usually they feel jittery, nervous, they've been thinking all sorts of things. Pero ikaw
But
talagang
alam mo,
mindset mo.
one of the things is that when you prepare something so much, it stops being natural.
Oh, I get you.
It starts being rehearsed.
Yeah.
And you start giving the people what you actually think they want to listen. But it's not really what they want to listen. Like,
Yeah.
nobody wants like, oh yeah, I wish for world peace. People want real answers. People want a real representative. People, in the end, you're gonna be an inspiration, not only for like beautiful women, but like for the entire world. And you need to be realistic and you need to be natural, because many other women and many other persons are gonna feel identified with you. And nobody in real life is like, oh, I wish for world peace.
Yeah.
No,
I
you
get
have
you.
to have an opinion. You have to like embrace your thoughts and your beliefs and your values. You understand?
Yeah,
Like you're
yeah.
an ambassador. You're not only an image. So that's what I think, that when people been training so long for the pageants, there's like an schematic system. You understand?
Yeah.
Like a little bit of like the naturality is gone. And that's what makes them nervous also. And I think it played on my advantage, the fact that it was my first pageant, because I was very like naturally and unprepared, and I think that's one of the things that the judges liked the most. The fact that everything came out very naturally. It was very genuine answers, especially like on the jury interview.
It seems like you really prepared for this whole thing without really
Exactly,
preparing.
like I even
Parang
had like
you did
a,
your own research before coming to Miss Universe Spain. So
I did, but I didn't obviously have all of these years
Yeah,
of training. Like my catwalk was so weak. Like I had not the weakest catwalk, but like I didn't have this like pageant catwalk. Like I've been doing modeling. Modeling, it's like a totally
Yeah.
different type of catwalk. Catwalk is just like
Yeah.
fashion style, and on the beauty pageant it's very like,
Yeah, there's more on personality. Yeah. So, from international modeling, you've been modeling abroad. How did you get how did your interest begin in pageantry?
I started modeling because someone wanted me to join a pageant. So the first touch that I had, I was actually like 14 years old, and I was in Fashion Week of my city, and I was watching a show, and a photographer approached me. He was like, "Can I take a picture of you?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." He uploaded it on like that time his Tumblr. Yeah,
Tumblr uso pa nun, yeah.
Yeah, and then some photographers saw me there, and they were like, "Oh, can we take pictures with you?" Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, "Okay, this is fun. Let's go." And then there was this one Mexican lady. She saw me on Facebook, and she was like, "Oh, I want to train you to join beauty pageants."
You were 14 then. at
I was
that
14,
time.
15 years old.
Oh.
Yeah, around that time. And then she started like, "Okay, you need to like start going to the gym, losing weight, preparing, la 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 la." And I was like, "No, this is not for me." I was like, "No, I don't like it." And then I started modeling. I got signed with my first international agency when I was 17 years old. And then it was always like it was there, it was always in the back of my head, the fact that when I was like 14, 15 years old, I got offered the beauty pageants. But it is true that I had a misconception about beauty pageants,
What is it?
that it was all about beauty.
So what changed that? What changed that misconception eventually?
The first person that ever made an impact on me in beauty pageants was definitely our current Miss Universe, Miss Harnas. Like the fact of seeing how she could deal with all of the bashing that she's having over her body measurements, and the way she defended it, and the way Miss Universe supports her, and the way Miss Universe is like, this is not what we are encouraging. We are sad about you guys thinking that she became Miss Universe because of the way she thinks. When Miss Universe, nowadays, the message that they're trying to send, it's a total opposite.
Yes.
We need to understand that stereotypes and standards are changing. And at the same time, beauty pageants are changing. The world is not static. Technologies grow, things grow, things move. Beauty pageants do at the same time. And maybe it is true that back in the day, beauty pageants were only about, like, let's say, mainly beauty.
Physical beauty.
But nowadays, beauty pageants offer each of their contestants the chance of being listened.
Yes.
The chance of using their voice. And this is what attracted me. Because when I was modeling, I always felt like, this is not for me. I'm much more. Like, I can't. There's many girls out there that they will love modeling, but for me, I was like, I don't want to be judged only by my image. Like, I want to do more.
Yeah.
I want to speak. I want to inspire. I want to reach out to people. I want to be in touch with people. I want to feel energy. And when I discovered that actually a beauty pageant was the answer for it, was my way of like reaching out, you know?
Yes.
I was like, wow.
So how do you plan to use this voice or platform?
I think the most beautiful thing about being a beauty queen, it's that people, they're like tuned about your movements, like in the way of like, they're inspired by you, they watch your steps. So this is, if you use it in a positive way, I think you can make a very good impact on society, and especially something that I'm very concerned about. It's like the new generation.
Yes.
Like I said it on a back occasion in the one I had the speech, the way I see on us trying to teach this younger generation is like when you're building a house. So when you build a house, you need to start with the basement, the foundation. There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if we build a solid foundation, everything else is just gonna come out smoothly.
Yeah.
And for me, I had a very rough teenage life.
Ooh.
And I didn't have someone to reach out to. I didn't have someone that I could say like, she's my big sister, she's my inspirations. I can ask for advice. And I missed that person in my life. And I feel I made a lot of mistakes because I didn't have that type of person next to me. So I would want to be that person for a lot of teenagers. Like, I love it when I receive a message from a little girl, a little fan, and she's like, oh, my boyfriend broke up with me, or like, I want to start a diet, or like, I want to get into what, like, I just love it because I didn't have that person.
For someone who comes from a country who's known for, or not just a country, but a continent, who's known for international modeling, it's really refreshing to interview and talk to you in a very enlightening manner about beauty pageants. Let's face it, in Europe,
of course,
in Europe, pageants are very not popular.
Yeah, it's not. But this is one of the things that I'm trying to bring to Europe, and that I've been focusing on my interviews when it comes into Spain.
Yeah.
Beauty pageants are changing.
Yeah.
And myself, I had the wrong idea about them. I never joined a beauty pageant because I thought it was a total opposite of what it is nowadays.
Yeah.
Of course, in the end, it's a beauty pageant. Your beauty is being judged, right? But we're giving value to inner beauty.
Exactly.
We are giving value to what you can bring to the world.
So,
and this, in the end, is what makes you beautiful outside. No matter how beautiful you are on the outside, if inside you don't have values, you're an empty person, forget it. It doesn't matter, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it not only in the beauty pageant, but in life.
Yeah.
And same way that you train your body, I wake up, I go to the gym, I take care of my skin, of my hair, of my nails, I take care of my inside. And let's not only teach young women, young persons to take care of their outside, but also from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
No?
Yeah. So how important is it for girls like you to appear relatable
In what
in,
way?
in pageants? Because let's face it,
Yeah.
you said earlier that you admire Harnas for defending herself against
100%.
her body shamers or bullies. So how important is it for girls like you to really speak up on causes that are very close to your heart?
100%. I think that you need to show yourself in the way of like, I understand that there might be situations or things that you are not comfortable speaking about or things that are personal, but you rather sacrifice yourself for the better of thousands or millions of persons. So what you need to keep in mind is that maybe me speaking about it will encourage many other people to open about it.
Is it just a European thing, but you really are just brimming with full of confidence? It's as if at 25 or
I'm
20,
25, yeah,
it
correct.
seems that you have lived a full life. I feel like does your constant traveling around the world have something to do with your
Definitely.
with
I
your
think it has a
broad
lot to do.
mindset?
I mean, I left at the age of 17. That was something big.
Yeah,
I
to
mean,
be independent.
yeah, I left 17 and I never went back until I was 19.
Ooh.
And if you would ask me, like, one of the happiest moments in my life, I remember that day I came to the airport to see my family after 3 years of not seeing them. Like, if I close my eyes, I remember my mom, my grandma, my grandpa, my best friend. Like,
Yeah.
I remember the moment, like, I remember the clothes I was wearing. I remember what they were wearing. Like, it was the most beautiful moment of my life.
So that you were gone for 2 years. So you have been traveling since 17 years
Since
old.
17 until 19,
Uh-huh.
I never went back home. Like, I was just straight traveling. I was in the Philippines. Like, I first went to Hong Kong. Then I went to the Philippines. Then I went to Thailand. Then I came back. Because usually modeling contracts go like
Yeah.
3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So eventually when I was in Thailand, I called my agent and I was like, listen, I just want to stay in the Philippines.
When was this? What year was this? When did you realize that?
Like, I was still 17, 18.
Uh-huh.
It was like after 8 months that I left, maybe I was like 18, something like that.
What made you fall in love with our country?
You know, I always felt home. That's the word. Like, as soon as you enter, you feel home. You don't feel like misplaced. You feel like they're so welcoming. You understand? And the energy of the people here, you really need to come and see it. Like, it's not something you can put into words. Like, they're just happy people. The positive energy. You can just feel it
Yeah.
all the time.
Does it have probably something to do with the fact that we have the same
It's-
culture?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I always think about it. I was like, am I so comfortable being in the Philippines because it was colonized by like
Yeah.
Spanish and like it has to do with Spanish culture? Maybe for another culture it wouldn't be so good to be here.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, but it's just meaningful for me.
So that was around 18 years old, and then you went around the world for your to embark your international modeling career,
Yeah.
and then you came back again
Yeah.
in the Philippines because as I was doing my research on you, you studied here.
No. I didn't study here. Like, I was doing modeling. I was with Ideal People.
Uh-huh.
And
Modeling agency.
yeah, I had a modeling agency here. Then I went to Spain and I did my acting courses in Spain
Oh.
with Actores Madrid.
So shuttling back
But
and
like,
forth.
what made me want to start acting was the Philippines.
Oh yeah, because I also found out that you did an international movie
Yeah,
with
I
Steven
did.
Seagal.
Exactly.
So how did you get that role?
They were doing the audition here in the Philippines because the movie was made in the Philippines.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, when was this shown?
I think this was 2019.
Oh,
If
before
I'm
the
not mistaken.
pandemic. So
Yeah,
how was
before
it
the
like
pandemic.
working with the legendary Steven Seagal?
Very nice. It was like my first big role in a movie. I actually got injured
Uh-huh.
because I love action. Like, I love boxing, I love sports. I'm a very active person. And in one of the scenes, someone puts like chloroform on me, for me to faint. So when we
Yeah.
were doing the scene, I actually did like the full motion of fainting and I hit my head and I actually really fainted.
Yeah.
So they thought that I was acting the whole time.
Pero when you were already suffering.
I was dead, And then, but it was really, 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 really fun. It was one of the greatest experience.
So in totality, how many years did you stay here in the
3
Philippines?
years.
3 years.
Yeah.
So you never, so yeah, kasi I also saw that you also appeared in ads like Wacol.
Yeah, correct.
And, I don't know, MAC Cosmetics.
Yeah, I did Red Logo.
Oh.
I did Globe advertising also, the one I was boxing. I did Manananggal in Panday.
For a TV show?
No, for the movie with
Oh.
Coco.
Coco, when was this? So
Yeah, like 2019.
You met Coco in person?
Yeah. He
Di
was
ka
directing the
niligawan.
movie.
Pero what's so cute about you is you also got to imbibe and learn our language. Nakakatuwa.
Dati, sobrang fluent. Ngayon, medyo mahirap kasi matagal hindi pupunta. Pero feeling ko, if I start balik practicing, siguro, I'll get back to it.
You know, I've never been to Spain. And I only see, the pictures online, the footages in the internet or even on television. Is it very similar to how it is here in Manila?
Feeling ko yung flavors pareho. Kasi sobrang masarap. Like, strong flavors, di ba? Parang it's not light flavoring. Maraming seasoning, di ba? Pero dito sa Philippines, yung rice plain, wide-boiled rice, no? In Spain, we need to like add something to it, like
To add more
paella.
flavor.
Oo. Pero feeling ko, if you like Filipino food, you will like Spanish food.
Yeah. So, nakakompare mo pa yung lechon, for example?
Oo. Meron sa Spain lechon.
Yeah.
Oo.
So, which one is more flavorful?
Pareho.
Pareho?
Oo.
That's so nice. Alam mo, dun nga ako natutuwa a lot. Do you feel na, nagulat talaga ako, as I said earlier. Nagulat ako about your Filipino connection. Kasi parang kasi dun ako nagtataka. You had the Filipino connection, pero you never brought it up in Miss Universe when you were competing to solicit support, knowing that, are you aware that we are one of the most,
alam ko, pero I don't know, I just didn't make it a big deal because it's like so into me. You understand? Like it's just a part of me. It's something that it has become so natural from me that it's not even something that I would like.
Oh.
It's just like part of me. It's like if you tell me, oh, my name's Alicia. You understand? Like I didn't want to use it as like something on my advantage. It's like there's many other things. Also, they didn't come out on the interview or they didn't come out during the Miss Universe.
Yeah.
Because they're part of me. Like, eventually, it will come out when you get to know me more.
Alright. So, now that you're here in Manila, anong pakay mo? What brings you back here in Manila 3 weeks after your crowning moment?
Ako, I knew I will come back. Pero, I didn't know exactly when. Kasi, there was the pandemic, di ba? So, syempre, yung sitwasyon, complicated. Pero ngayon, I had free time. I was like, dito yung moment talaga. Kasi, a lot of support that I'm having comes from the Philippines. So, I was like, it's only fair to come, no? And I miss a lot the people here. I wanted to shoot. I wanted to, like, see my friends, spend some time here. And actually, gusto ko training dito sa Philippines.
Talaga? Oh my gosh. Are there is there already a pageant camp wooing you?
Not pageant camp, but
a lot of people in general. So you'll be training here?
I'm here now only for a few days. Tapos I need to leave kasi sobrang busy yung schedule. And then balik, I'll come back.
No, I'm glad that you have the Filipino connection and a lot of, as much as possible, and a lot of delegates are really jealous that, we have this kind of massive support for our delegates. So now that you have this Filipino connection, di ka ba natatakot? How you might accuse you that you might be, you might be susceptible to Pinoy baiting? You know what I mean? You're enlisting the help of the Filipino people for your candidacy.
Let them say whatever.
Let them.
Parang ako really zero reaction to negative comments.
Yeah.
Like I really have no reaction to negative comments. And it's something that I've talked about on my social media. I think that happy people, they don't hate.
Yeah.
But people that they're unhappy, they try to point out the negative and bring other people out.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like replying to violence with more violence. It's just gonna bring out more violence. No?
Yeah.
So for me, I think in a deeper way of like, why are these people making such a negative comment? What's going on with themselves? And I wish that they're okay. And like, actually, I had a lot of like bashing accounts.
As early as now.
Yeah. Like from before.
Ah, alright.
Like I had some fake accounts. They were like sending messages to my friends, this, that, blah, 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 blah. And this is something that I wanted to talk in social media for a long time, but I didn't have the chance. So it's nice that we open about it now. And mental health, it's one of my biggest awareness.
Yeah.
And obviously, when someone makes a fake account of you, say negative comments, your first reaction is like, oh, yeah, you're doing this, I'll do the same.
Yeah.
You understand?
Get back.
Yeah, because we're only human.
Yeah.
We're not perfect. We will never be perfect. It's normal. So, syempre, my first reaction, ako din.
Oo.
Yeah, you're gonna bash me, I'll bash you. You're gonna do this, I'll do times two. But then when I thought about it calmly, like I thought about it in peace, I was like, this is not the right way. Let me think deeper. And what I did, I went on the account and I sent a message and I was like, are you okay? Do you have a problem with me?
Yeah.
Have I done something to you?
Yeah.
Are you like, can I speak to you? Can I help you in any way? Should I apologize for something that might offended you, but I didn't intend to offend you? Because when you think about it deeper, it's what I was telling you. When you are happy, you actually don't take the time to
dwell
to do bad to
Yeah.
someone, because there's something that I want to explain. It's not the same that I go to you and I tell you, I don't like your shirt today. This is an opinion, and we must respect opinions. So someone can come and be like, I don't think she's pretty. No problem. This is an opinion, and I totally respect and I appreciate your opinion. Thank you for sharing. Great. But you cannot go to someone and be like, wow, this shirt makes you look so bad and the color is disgusting.
Yeah.
This is criticizing.
Oh, there's a difference.
And this is cyberbullying.
Yeah, cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying, yeah. Like, this is something we must not tolerate. Why? Because for me, I'm 25 years old and I have a strong personality. Someone comes and tells me she's not pretty enough, she's very ugly, I don't like her body, she's fat. And I'll be like, okay, don't look. Like when you asked me the question, right?
Yes.
I was like, okay lang, what can I tell you? I don't give the time. But now, let's imagine a 17 years old girl being told, pangit ka, mataba. Alam mo the
So
type of
definitely
mental
trouble.
problems that you can cause her.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, not only the people that are getting bullied, but us ourselves, we need to very carefully watch our words that we say.
Because it could really impact someone's life.
Just putting your head, like, you know, we suffered from, like, someone took their life away in the beauty pageant recently,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Chesty Chris.
Imagine the pressure that you're going through. Why those words we don't measurement? We don't learn how to use them. It's not the same to criticize and to give an opinion.
Exactly. So, leading up to the Miss Universe, you now have a firm grasp or a strong hold of yourself. Now, you won't be easily swayed or affected by anything, by the pressure, by the constant bashing ever.
No, because regardless of course, I want to win and I hope I win.
Yeah.
Nothing would make me happier than that. But even if I do not win, for me, I'm still a winner because of everything that I'm learning during the process and so much I'm getting to know about myself.
Yeah. So, now that you said it about the competition and being a winner as early as now, how do you plan to differentiate yourself in the upcoming pageant? Because let's face it, you'll be competing against 87 women. The last count I had is 88. So
I've been living in so many different cultures, and this has taught me how to adapt and absorb the best out of it. And the fact that I was always changing countries since I was very young. So I think this might be one of the advantages that I can bring to the table.
yeah, yeah, you think fast, you learn so much about yourself in the process kasi most of the time when you're traveling, you're
100%.
alone.
You need to adapt. Like, obviously, even the way I traveled when I was 17 to now, it's totally different. Like, I'm so resourceful right now. Like, the thing that it was a big problem before, now it's just a little problem. Like, I know how to fix things, you know, and I would love to, like, share the message.
Yeah. Wow, grabe. Alam mo, as early as now, I can tell you could definitely convince the judges, the prelims judges in the upcoming competition. Because let's face it, guys, the last time Spain did well in the competition was last 2017 pa. The candidate was Sofia
Del Prado.
Del Prado.
Sofia Del Prado.
That
Yeah,
was
she was in my final.
Yeah.
She
Sofia
was
Del
there.
Prado.
Yeah, she was hosting.
Since then, nobody from Spain has
I
ever
know.
made it yet. So do you think you could be that? Wow, thank you so much for
My
doing
pleasure.
this interview.
My pleasure.
So, for my last question, why should you be the next Miss Universe?
I think I should be the next Miss Universe because aside of being a very hard-working person, my purpose of being a Miss Universe, it's to have a positive impact. I want to make a before and after. And as I said, I want to be that person that I didn't have. So I know everything that I was missing during my youth, the type of advice that I needed. So because I didn't have that, I know exactly what it feels like not to have it. And I would want to be that person, not only for teenagers, but for anyone that needs it.
You really have a soft spot for the teenagers. Grabe.
Yeah, I swear, because I feel like for me it was like such a rough time, you know, like my
Yeah.
teenage life.
Yeah. So you want you want a lot of people to learn or
Yeah,
to benefit
100%.
from your
Yeah.
childhood experience.
If I already went through it and I already learned it, why not pass the message?
Pay it forward.
Exactly.
All right. So that's my last question. Can you give a message to all your Filipino fans rooting for you, cheering for you to become the next Miss Universe? They're really growing by the day. Nakakatanggap ako ng messages like, I really like her, I really like Spain. I'm gonna be rooting for her along with Colombia, Celeste, of the
Miss
Philippines,
USA.
Miss USA even. So,
Imagine sa kwarto, di ba, si Miss USA, si Miss Philippines, and Miss Spain.
O, parang tagulang kayong tatlo.
Oo.
Di ba? Matira-matibay. Baka ng mga Diyosa. Yeah.
Sige, so yung message siyempre para sa Filipino fans, maraming salamat sa support, sa love that I receive araw-araw, continuously. And you're a big part of my heart, but especially, thank you for helping me become the person that I am.
On that note, maraming salamat for
Salamat.
allowing me to interview you. Thank you so much. There's no words that I could explain how happy I am to be doing this interview, getting to know you on a deeper level. And it is in my hope that you'll be the
Thank
first
you so
Spaniard woman to finally make it big in the Miss Universe
Hopefully.
competition. 1974 pa kayo huling nanalo.
2022 now.
Diba? 2022 na. So kailangan nyo nang manalo talaga. And I wouldn't mind Europe winning Miss Universe again. So thank you so much. Good
Thank
luck.
you so much.
Before we end, I would like to give a huge shout out to Sir JC Morris for allowing me for making this
Hi, JC.
interview possible. Maraming salamat, Sir JC. Sa uulitin po, thank you for your generosity. I really appreciate it. Alright guys, there ends it. I hope you had fun getting to know Miss Alicia here as she competes for the title of Miss Universe 2022. God bless you guys. Until my next video. Bye!